Corruption is Nigeria's biggest challenge. The total breakdown of system, society, personal behaviors, ethical and moral value is largely due to Nigeria's corrupt system. This disease has eaten deep into the fabric of our society. We can no longer fold our arms to allow the total collapse of our dear nation. Hence, the decision to involve children and youth to recognize, reject, and condemn the menace of corruption through their creativity.
My name is Folike Michael, the project director of the Creative Youth Initiative Against Corruption. The Change Project, our Nigerian project, began in 2012.
The mission of CYIAC is to prevent corruption from the root by exposing the ills of corruption to children and youth through sustainable education and creative development. CYIAC is committed to lead change in children and youth by eradicating corruption through character and skill development for the positive advancement of our great nation.
Looking at Nigerian and global situation from the lenses of children and youth, that was where it all began. And it was on the platform of the Vision of the Child, focusing on children and youth of our nation. This was made possible under the leadership of Professor Wole Soyinka.
I believe very much in mentoring, whether on a one-on-one basis or simply by throwing the field open and actually exploring hitherto unexplored areas for latent talent, and not merely in institutions, but in what I call the informal schools. Because very often you find really gifted artists in all the various disciplines among the uninstitutionalized. So they are invited here, together with others, to show their pieces along a set theme.
Of a child can make Nigeria a great place tomorrow, because you have to start them when they are young. The only way for Nigeria to be a great country tomorrow is these children. Their work is their voice. Do you know how much intelligence you require to calculate and do not miss a beat when you fly in the air? Because if you jump and you miscalculate, you're gonna die.
The Vision of the Child provides participating children the platform to express their understanding of the world they live in, their vision of what it should be, their dreams and fantasies through paintings and the literary art. And for over a 6-year period, different topics including the rule of law and law of impunity, 1001 Faces of Corruption, Road to Sambisa, and others were showcased by the participants.
Over the years, we have seen global issues being depicted through the medium of painting, literary art, dance, music, information technology on the platform of the Vision of the Child. Topics like the rule of law and law of impunity, 1001 Faces of Corruption, how children view their environment, the road to Sambisa, talking about the Chibok girls, the Lagos story, the Lagos of our dream, all being depicted by these children. And there was this particular year, 2013 to be precise, when the theme 1001 Faces of Corruption, it was an amazing presentation. We saw various sectors of Nigerian economy be showcased by children in Nigeria before life audience.
Nigeria, a country full of great potential.
Where nature lies and unfolds at its will. The glorious flowers blooms and flourishes. The sun brightly shines and makes up a story.
But there is one hindrance that has always been in place. This parasite has always been eating up our intestines and other vital organs of our body.
The theme of 2015 edition of the Vision of the Child was the road to Sambisa. Sambisa is an impenetrable jungle, a potential forest of 1,000 demons, where vision is impaired, literally by poor visibilities. Sambisa can be described as the things leading to terrorism and the kidnap of the Chibok girls who are believed to be taken to Sambisa. From my painting, the scale of justice, love, education, tolerance, and employment are caged, so the absence of this is the road to Sambisa. Sambisa can only be solved when our justice system is right. Education, employment, love, and tolerance. If you pass the road of injustice, lack of love, impunity, lack of education and employment, the destination will be the situation that Sambisa represents: insurgents, terrorism, and kidnapping. The map of Nigeria represents we Nigerians. We are saddened about the insurgents and crying for liberty. The sword represents that of the Boko Haram, which they slaughtered innocent girls, hundreds of innocent girls. Now they are looking for liberty in Sambisa Forest. Thank you.
CYC is a vehicle for children and youth to learn what corruption is all about, how to recognize it, how to reject it. How are we doing this? By training them, using educational and creative development to bring out the best in them. We give them this tool to go forward and develop what is in them, using the corruption story to bring out their creativity.
We are responding to the clarion call of our children to shine a light on the right path of life we want them to tread.
And it began in 2016. CYIAC was launched by Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The CYIAC pilot, tagged "My New Nigeria Free from Corruption," was depicted in poetry and painting by 25 finalists across various schools in Lagos State, Nigeria. They were invited to a painting and literary studio to showcase their creativity before a live audience. The final showcase of ideas were exhibited at the Consulate General, Federal Republic of Germany, and Nigeria Stock Exchange. At CYIAC, children and youth are provided with capabilities they require to become economically productive, develop sustainable livelihoods, contribute to peace, justice, and strong institutions, and take bold steps in creating the future they desire through creative thinking and innovation.
My New Nigeria, Free from Corruption, depicted various phases of corruption from the lenses of children and youth between the ages of 9 and 14. That edition was mind-blowing, and we were able to conclude that there are lots in the mind and heart of children that need to be told. The story of the vision of a child, the story of the Creative Youth Initiative Against Corruption have been told through the lenses of children. The Creative Youth Initiative Against Corruption hereby presents CYIAC Corruption Busters.
After a series of strategic sessions with the project team, the CYIAC Corruption Busters CCB, a creative innovation project, was conceived. It's the contribution of CYIAC towards achieving global goals in 2030. The aim is to achieve culture of integrity and a nation free from corruption through educational development in literary art, music, dance, paintings, digital communication, entrepreneurship, sustainable housing, innovation, and information technology. In order to take this initiative to the next level, CYIAC will launch a Inno Creative Center for Development at ICCD. Participants will go through a series of stages to develop their creativity whilst they are trained to lead change in the future. The milestones we're seeing today was direct innovation through the works of CYIAC Integrity Ambassadors based on 2016 theme, New Nigeria, Free from Corruption.
CCB. This is our contribution towards achieving global goals in 2030. The CCB is our educational series that it's been innovated from the theme of 2016, My New Nigeria, Free from Corruption. We have always come to the gallery to see paintings, to see various representations of children and adults. But this is the first time we are bringing painting representation into the cinema. And we are using animation to express this. This medium allows children and youth to relate with the story we are telling the world. This New Nigeria Free from Corruption is relating to every country of the world. Talk about how it's happening in Nigeria, it's also happening across the border.
I think it's important to reach out to the public, to the youth, to the society, to create awareness and to create a mindset where corruption is not accepted.
So as we are releasing this today, we want educators, school owners, governmental institutions, international institutions to know that we are not going to keep short again. We are leading change.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we hereby bring to you CYIAC Corruption Busters, the journey from creative lab to the cinema to shape our world.